Once the war was over, Sir Philip Gibbs, now finally free of the censor's dreaded blue pen, was able to write freely about his wartime experiences. Now his great-grandson, Stephen Gibbs, himself a journalist, reads extracts from his writings. In his books such as Now It Can Be Told and The Pageant of the Years, Gibbs explained just how difficult it was to be a journalist outlaw on the Western Front.
Pains and penalties were threatened against any newspaper which should dare to publish a word of military information beyond the official communiques issued in order to hide the truth.
In his descriptions of the way in which the British press was controlled by the censors, Philip Gibbs pulls no punches.
It was the most astounding thing in modern history, the secrecy behind which great armies were moving and fighting. By one swift stroke of the military censorship, journalism was throttled. For the first few months of the war, we had no status whatsoever. Indeed, to be quite plain, we were outlaws, subject to immediate arrest and often arrested by any officer, French or British, who discovered us in the war zone.
During a post-war lecture in the United States, Gibbs explained how his time spent reporting undercover in Belgium and France nearly came to a sticky end.
I was arrested before I left the boat at Havre and taken by 2 detectives to General Williams, the camp commander. He raged at me with an extreme violence of language, took possession of my passport and credentials, and put me under open arrest at the Hotel Tortoni. It looked as though my career as a war correspondent had definitely closed. I'd violated every regulation. I'd personally angered Lord Kitchener. I was on the black books of the detectives at every port, and General Williams solemnly warned me that if I returned to France, I would be put up against a white wall with unpleasant consequences.